Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good day, wherever you are tuning in the world. Thank you so much for joining. As always, I appreciate you. I appreciate your authenticity. I appreciate your truth. I appreciate your love. I appreciate your opinions. I appreciate your stance on this whole COVID situation, whatever it may be. I appreciate who you are and I appreciate what you're doing in this world to step into and walk the path of love. So with that being said, I'm going to be doing a divine masculine reading. So the energy about the divine masculine energy. So the funny thing is I have attempted to record this video over the last the last week, 3 times, and the energy wasn't right. It wasn't right with me. I was going to use the same cards that I was using for the divine feminine energy check-in, and I was going to use the same cards for the divine feminine and divine masculine energy for that divine spread, and I'm being called to use completely different cards, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I feel like the divine masculine has been really hesitant to have as a collective their energy read by me. I don't know why, but we'll look into it. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. So we all have divine feminine energy and divine masculine energy within us, but usually we harbor or we hold onto a particular archetype, either one or the other. So I, for example, am the divine feminine energy as an archetype predominantly now, as I've been working and walking on the path of balancing out toxic femininity, and also healing wounds in my womb space specifically as well, and also cleaning and cleansing the energy from toxic masculines as well in my life, and knowing my self-worth as a divine feminine, not to chase but to attract, and also to heal from codependent habits as well, codependent energies, which I've healed from now. Of course, I'm human, but as a divine feminine, much like a lot of you that I read for on this channel, Abstract Medicine, are divine feminines, you are also dealing with the divine masculine. I do have a few divine masculine energies in the form of people who have been following me for a year now, which is incredible, on YouTube and beyond, Instagram as well. So I'm going to be reading for you today, divine masculines, but divine feminines as well. If you want to check in on your divine masculine energy, the person that you're dealing with as a counterpart who is your divine masculine, then you're welcome to listen to this video, of course. It might help as well to understand what is going on. Okay, so they're telling me to use the Crow Tarot, so I'm going to use the Crow Tarot in a sec, but I'm also going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck as well, which is right here. But for the time being, I'm going to be using the Mystical Healing reading cards, just as an overall energy of what the divine masculines are going through at this time. So the divine feminines usually are the chaser at the very beginning of this awakening and the connection. The divine masculines usually are the runner. I'm not just talking about twin flames or, whatever it is, divine union. Just call it divine union, because the whole twin flame journey is also a bit of a dogma as well. But usually the divine masculine energy tends to run away from the connection and then comes back like an elastic band once the divine feminine is in her power, regardless of gender, remember, is in her power and knows that she deserves the world and that she doesn't need to be with any toxic energies. Okay. And that can also include her counterparts, regardless of gender and also sexual persuasion. Okay, one more. I feel like the divine masculines are sad and scared. They're scared of the connection. They are sad because I feel like the divine masculines are feeling as if they are losing their divine feminines for good now, because the divine feminine is now in her power. Remember that there are also false connections as well. There are false twin flame connections. There are false divine love connections that come out as hard lessons, karmic lessons, okay? Remember that if you are dealing with a divine masculine energy, they may be choosing someone else, and we need to respect that as divine feminines. And another divine masculine will come in to step into the journey, the awakened journey with you, okay? All right, divine masculine. So I'm going to be doing another spread. I'm not going to be doing the sort of Celtic cross spread that I usually do. Well, not usually do, but the ones I've been doing recently. I know it's a long intro, but it's necessary, okay? I'm also seeing lapis lazuli. The color lapis lazuli is really calling my attention. So lapis lazuli is the color of communication. Obviously, it's a healing crystal. All right. Okay, they're telling me to leave those for the moment, and then let's have a look at this. Show self-respect. Wow. Okay, so we have show self-respect with an archangel there. I feel like the divine masculines are sorry, there was a long pause there. I feel like the divine masculines have been hearing the call about this connection, but also have been hearing messages from their angels, their guides, whoever it may be in the spirit realm, to show self-respect for themselves and to understand what self-respect means. I also believe that some of them are just blatantly ignoring that guidance from above. I do see that here. I'll keep getting into it in a sec. We have the Hierophant here, okay? And we have the Empress, divine feminine energy. Okay, so we have Taurus energy, double Taurus energy here. Okay, double Taurus energy. The Magician. These are three major arcanas that are coming up. Incredible. There's 22 major arcanas, 78 cards in the whole tarot. And there's three major arcanas that are coming up. They are going through some massive lessons in their life. Divine masculines, you're going through massive lessons, and there are some major words I'm hearing, major sessions or major events taking place in divine masculine's life. And we have the Six of Pentacles, which talks about balance, giving back. I don't know why I'm hearing polygamy, but that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing polygamy. There could be some divine masculines who are Greek as well. Polygamy is a Greek word. But yeah, anyway, so we have an energy of needing to give back, benevolence as well. Two of Pentacles, balancing out the connection, also balancing out a choice between two people. So divine masculines could be giving, what is that term? Giving something to something, but giving it to another. It's like giving, it's the energy of to pay, what is it? Something to pay Saul. That's what I'm hearing. So the message I'm getting is that they are doing whatever so for some of them, divine masculines are doing whatever it takes, even if it's untoward or under the table, in order to provide and pay for something or someone, okay? And I do feel like they're kind of spinning plates energy as well with the Two of Pentacles. I feel like they're kind of trying to hold everything together. They could be also trying to manifest here the divine feminine back into their lives. Oh, that's this phrase. Thank you, Spirit. Cheating Peter, is it? Cheating Peter to pay Saul, or robbing Peter to pay Saul, or something. I don't know why that's coming through, but I feel like they're really desperate. Divine masculine energy, whether you've met your divine masculine or another divine masculine is stepping in. the energy of the Divine Masculine Collective is that, robbing Peter to pay Saul, I'm pretty sure that's it, is that they want to make sure that they are impressing, that's what I feel, impressing themselves, but impressing the Divine Feminine. And we have the Queen of Swords energy here, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, they're holding on, they're definitely holding on to the Divine Feminine, the divine connection, or at least some of them are wanting to. I can't speak for all of them, I'm just reading how the cards are coming through. And I do see that there is a Divine Feminine here with the Queen of Swords who has cut them off energetically. This could also be them blocking them, because some of them have been doing whatever it takes in order to provide the financial means to support another individual financially or energetically, but some of them are also doing whatever it takes in order to also impress the Divine Feminine so that they can manifest them back through their good work and their charity work. Because I see that the Divine Feminine has basically turned her head around. I haven't got to the Hierophant yet, but I will. Okay. Feels like a Grand Deluxe spread, this one, or Grand Tableau spread. Anyway, Knight of Wands. Yeah, so initially Divine Masculine came in with just sexual attraction originally. The Divine Feminine walked away from this here with the Empress, and underneath that we have the 6, 7, 8 of Cups. Divine Feminine was not impressed with that energy, so the Divine Feminine walked away in order to find her wish fulfillment. And we have the Devil card, not surprised. Ace of Pentacles is what they're, robbing. Here's the Devil card, robbing Peter to pay Saul. Just let me know in the comments as well if that is the right phrase. So some of them, as I said before, are doing things under the table or underhand in order to provide financially for someone. This could also be working hard, working through into the night. This is very Saturnian energy. All right, let me just get all the cards out. Maybe that's just easier and I'll just shut up. I feel like they've been working in silence. Here with the 7 of Pentacles, they're waiting for their harvest as well. Okay, that's too many, Spirit. It's too many, please. I hope you can see all these cards, but if you can't, don't worry. And if you're not looking or watching the video, that's fine. Just listen to my voice. And we have the Death card, yeah. All right, let me get all the cards out and I'll get into it, okay? Have a cup of coffee or a tea or a drink or a snack. Cuddly bear, teddy, relax. If you're driving, stay focused. But maybe you're also listening to this as a kind of like meditation as well as you're driving to stay focused, which is interesting. We have the Tower card, Scorpio energy, double Scorpio here, Plutonic energy. Yeah, here it is, 5 of Swords, exactly what I was talking about. See how these cards, if you can see them, I'm seeing the 6 of Pentacles, and then underneath that the Devil, and underneath that is a 5 of Swords. So for those of you who read tarot who don't worry. It basically means the energy of robbing Peter to pay Saul. So there is something untoward here that is taking place or has happened, and I actually think this is in the current position. I'm reading this as a kind of like Lenormand spread. So basically I'm focusing on the middle energy here, which is the present, and this is the past and the future energy here. Yeah. So what I see is that, yeah. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. All right, let's get into it. So what I see here at the very beginning, all right, no, they're telling me to read it like a story. Okay, one sec. I'll move my cup out of the way as well so you can see the light. I feel like they have received the light. I feel like they have understood the call. I feel like they have. I feel like I'm gonna get one more candle. One sec. As I say that, let's just get some more light in here with the candles. I feel like they've heard the call, they've listened to their guides, but listening doesn't always mean taking action, remember. Also, something I'm seeing here with my candles as well is make sure that when you do light a candle, try not to blow it out. And if you do, then do sort of a protection spell after. This is something that my mum taught me, actually. Because when you blow a candle, the smoke basically invokes any energy to come through, a bit like burning sage. You've got to put like another scent to set the tone of the energy of the room after it, because sage completely cleans and wipes out the energy completely. So any kind of energy can come through, whatever it is. So when you're lighting a candle, make sure that you don't blow it out. Preferably, if you are going to blow it out, then I do the sign of the cross. That's my own way of doing it. Or just kind of wet your fingers and then just extinguish it in that sense, or cover something on top of it. Usually I use like a pot, like a terracotta pot or something like that. The other thing is also to light your candle. If you have multiple candles, light it from one candle, the first one where you set your intention, and then you continue on. Okay, just a little shamanic witchy rule for you all. Okay, so let's read into it. So they've heard the call and they are seeing the light either way. So we're going to start from here and we're going to go all the way to the end. So past, present, future reading here, kind of like the readings that I was doing in terms of the Celtic Cross. But I'm also going to be checking in what the challenges are as well in the middle too. Okay, if this doesn't mean anything to you, fine, don't worry about it. You probably skip forward anyway. All right. So, divine masculine energy. So we have the Hierophant, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, so divine masculines have had fun in the sun. They have been having a lot of fun in the sun. They've also been entertaining quite a few people, possibly. They could have been sick for a while, and they may have been resting as well. I'm also hearing resting bee face, by the way. Queen of Cups here with the Two of Cups is telling me the Queen of Cups is the energy of Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. For those of you who have Sun, Moon, Rising, or you have that in your chart specifically in terms of love, that could be in your Venus sign for those divine feminines. But either way, the divine masculine has been had fun in the sun with the divine feminine energy. And I do see that they had met up with them here with the Two of Cups in the past. There was a lot of joy here. There was a lot of healing and happiness here in the connection in the past. And before, what they were doing, they had looked towards the divine. Look, there's a divine masculine energy with the Emperor. So in the past, the divine masculine had thought about finding ways, strategizing how to come in. By the way, this is a past energy that I'm reading right now, but remember, this can also take place in the future. Remember, all of my readings are timeless as well, and time is cyclical, as you know from my readings by now. So divine masculines in the past were strategizing how they could possibly work with the divine feminines, collaborate with the divine feminines, get to know them. Okay, they found an opportunity to get to know them, and they put action into it. They wanted to see if there was, they felt that there was something balanced here. They also felt there was a sort of like a karmic tie here with the Justice card coming through, very strong Libra energy here, as well as Aries energy. It seems like they initiated something. They came in very quickly, and then they were really slow with their action, and then they just rested. But they had been reflecting during this moment of separation for some of you, that there were fun times, and there was a lot of healing and happiness and joy and laughter and lots of jokes that were cracked, basically. The energy of a recognition of souls here with the sun. Remember, we have Sol Invictus here, which is Sol, the sun. And Invictus is, I think, I can't remember from my Latin, is freedom, like free my soul. So I see that the divine masculine has had in the past felt that the divine feminine was freeing him from something. So that's, oh my God, that is insane. I'm sorry, I'm just getting a really crazy illumination on something. I have a painting called Free My Spirit, which I say for someone who I believed to have been my divine masculine. Okay, story time. And I came across it during my studio move, and I was going to save it for him, and I'd say I had packed it and everything, and then I repainted over it the other day, or yesterday. So this is incredible that this is coming out. So anyway, so the divine masculine had felt this sort of freedom and lightness of spirit, something that he'd never felt before, regardless of gender. The divine masculine can be a she as well, remember? So in the past, there seemed to have been some sort of connection that had taken place. There could have been the divine feminine who basically asked for a commitment here, double Taurus here. The divine masculine came in as a chaser here with the Knight of Wands, wanted to invest, had all the right intentions. Remember how heaven is paid with gold. You know, heaven is paid full of false intentions or something like that, whatever the idiom is. Yeah, heaven is paved with false intentions. I think that's it. And so that's what happened, is there was a willingness to move forward, but in terms of the actions, they were coming across as a player, or someone who just wanted to fly by night, have sex basically, and then fly off again and entertain other parties. The divine feminine has wanted commitment. The divine masculine is recognizing that now, or had recognized it in the recent past, that is what the divine feminine wanted. And they also know that the divine feminine energy is someone who wants commitment, someone that's serious about a connection. So I'm also seeing 22 on the timer there, no surprise and no coincidence. Remember, 22 is the number of the divine unions, okay, unions in terms of love. So I see that the divine masculine was coming in with a very immature energy. There could have been some travel involved as well. So they traveled towards the divine feminine, they initiated this connection, they initiated a potential union, and then ran away again in order to possibly invest in their work or invest in another party. This could have been happening over the last 7 months. The last 7 months has been coming up in the readings, so pay attention to that. I'm also now starting to get a weird headache. So anyway, the divine feminines in the recent past had walked away from this connection. There was a complete ending in this connection here with the death card. Complete ending, kaput. So, and kaput is the word etymology from head, the actual word head. And then capo in Italian is like the director, someone who is the head. And then here with the Aries energy, which is the emperor, is the head, is someone who's in charge, someone who's in control. So divine masculines, I feel like the divine masculine energy had not come into their full controlling their sexual urges. So they hadn't really matured into that. For some of you, depending on which wave you are in this union, this could be happening for you in the future, as I said before, in terms of you divine masculines. Anyway, we have the divine feminines here who said, no thanks. I'm moving forward. I'm going to move to calmer waters here in terms of my emotions, because this is very upsetting. I deserve the world. I don't deserve crumbs here with the 8 of Cups. She wanted to move towards her wish fulfillment, which is the 10 of Cups, where we're seeing a hint here. We're seeing a hint here with the 10 of Cups. Yeah, that's the future. So the divine feminine moved forward. She knew her worth. She was doing all of the self-care routines that she needed to do. She understood how to love herself and what that means. Loving yourself is being treated with love, being treated with respect, treating others the way that you wish to be treated, and also showing that just through her energy and through her own principle. And I'm hearing modus operandi, or modus operandum. So the way that she does things, one thing, So the way you do one thing is the way you do all things. So the way that the divine feminine was coming across, again, is always coming across as very intimidating for the divine masculine energy. So they get intimidated. They want to have some fun sexually. The reason why they want to come in is because they feel energetically that they want to claim the divine feminine as theirs, but they're coming in with immature energy, so they get freaked out and so they run away again. Okay, divine feminine has had enough of this in and out energy, so the divine feminine has moved away, and there was a complete kaput ending in this connection. Divine feminine could have used some like harsh words as well, because complete ending, and what I'm seeing is someone who is slaying like the night of death, coming in order to clean the slate, cut the slate clean. Okay, so there's lots of messages coming in through with kaput, endings, cutting heads. So she's been cutting heads for a while, and this doesn't just only mean in the divine connection. She means with everyone. So she wants every connection to be true. Okay, so the divine masculine has had a eureka moment here with the Tower card here. In the very recent past, the divine masculine is understanding. He's had to get the understanding, had to get the realization from God, from spirit, that they need to cut away from toxic behaviors and toxic people. The divine masculine is wanting to manifest and create a stable offer and offer a stable offer. They're just not sure how they're going to do it. So divine masculines see a potential for a commitment, or of some case. Initiation energy here. This could also be a message as well. For me, as a reader, this can be a message coming through. And the magician is someone who can also be a little bit manipulative too. So divine masculines, check in with yourselves and be honest with yourselves. Have you been a little bit manipulative in this connection? Have you been just gaining what you wanted and then just coming in when you've pleased? So the divine masculines in the recent past, here with a triple major arcana that came through, is telling me that the divine masculines felt that they were married to the divine feminines in spirit already. The realization of this 3D reality is that when they came in, they knew that they still needed to work on themselves, because the divine feminine has been a mirror to the divine masculine energy. And so they had to then run back in order to do or cut away from childish things, which has been coming up in the readings too, and then come back in correct. Divine feminine has probably been anticipating the divine masculine coming back or returning, but I think from judging by this energy, the divine masculine is very much aware that she's gone, and she probably has gone for good. I actually feel like this is a definitive yes, they have gone for good. So the divine masculine I feel like the divine masculine is pretty freaked out that this connection is completely ended and has completely been severed because of their playboy energy, essentially. So they're really trying to figure out every single trick in the book that they can use in order to come in with something stable. The divine is stepping through to tell them, are you being manipulative here? Because if you are, we're just going to cut you out of this connection completely, because this is not what the divine feminine needs. The divine also is aware, because the divine is omnipotent, and all-seeing as well, that they can see that there are toxic things that the divine masculine still has a connection to. This can also be addictions, and the present energy here, near the recent past, but also in the current position right now, the divine masculine, as I said before, is robbing Peter to pay Saul. So divine masculines, make sure that you're not manipulating and using people, and working behind the scenes in a negative way and doing things underhand and under the table. I'm here like black market energy, in order to provide, in order to look good and make yourself look as if you're being benevolent and helpful. I'm also tying my joggers up as well, which is interesting. So I feel like the divine masculines are also trying, like they're needing to pull their socks up and get to work on this connection if this is really what they truly want. But I would say that in order to do this, yeah, we have the Wheel of Fortune in the future. The divine is coming through to say, you have to kick this toxic person out of your life if you are entertaining a toxic person, divine masculines. So the divine is stepping in right now in the present energy that I'm reading to shake the divine masculine up into waking up that their divine feminine has truly, well and truly gone. They're moving forward in their life. Remember how in the divine feminine energy, in my last readings, I spoke that the divine masculine had like a very small moment of time to come after the divine feminine because she was already in the Three of Wands energy. She was already she was waiting for her ships to come in. She was waiting for an opportunity to come in. That could also be another divine masculine to come in. And I mentioned how the divine masculine was basically seeing the divine feminine seep away like sand through their fingers. So I feel that the divine masculine actually feels like their hand is in their head, and I feel like the divine masculine is actually quite emotional, to be honest with you. And they're right now they're trying to conjure up and find ways how they can do whatever it takes. I feel like they want to cut corners as well and come in order to provide a connection or something that is physically based, that is something that is rooted in this reality. So this can be a message, can also be the beginning of a relationship. But I see that here next to the Devil card and the Tower card, I see that they have been entertaining a long-standing toxic connection. Or they could actually be starting, the divine masculines, you divine masculines could be starting to entertain a long-standing connection with someone else who is a very low vibrational and a very strong karmic lesson for you. Because the Devil card, as Divine Debut talks about in her readings, Divine Debut talks about how the Devil card is very Saturnian and it's a long-standing bondage, so this could be that the person who is robbing Peter to pay Paul is actually the divine masculine's other bit on the side, essentially, that is telling them, I can provide you the world, I can give you all of these things. But actually, I'm seeing Ariel, again, the Disney film Ariel keeps coming up. I haven't seen that film in years. But it's the energy of that, octopus person who pretends to be another version of Ariel. So it's basically the karmic person, or the karmic is pretending to be the divine feminine. That's what I see here. And they have lies and deceit up their sleeve here with the Five of Swords and the Tower card. The divine masculine is almost pretending, it's like they've got their hands over their ears and they're just going la 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 la, I don't want to hear. I remember how we said show self-respect here with the first card that came through for the divine masculines. I feel like the divine masculines at this given point in time that I'm reading, I feel like they have a long way to go. I'm hearing, who's that singer? You got a long way to go. How does it go? You got a long way to go. You want to touch me, you want to hold me, you got a long way to go. Yeah, that's really funny. That singer talks about, it's basically the energy of the divine feminine coming through to say, if you want to come towards me, you have a long way to go in order to come in correct with the energy that I hold at this given time and that I'm moving forward towards. And you have a long way to go because at the present moment, divine masculines, there's something very toxic around you. This could be people who you're providing, who are essentially suckers. So people that are like leeches. So this could also be codependent energy as well, low vibration codependent energy too for you. I would say these are definitely people or there could be one person or people around you who are saying, yeah, I'll pay you back, and they don't. People that are taking a lot of energy from you, and I feel like the divine masculines are ignoring the divine guidance coming through with sharp. I'm hearing sharp, dramatic endings could be taking place for the divine masculine at this given time. There's also a hand from God coming through to provide the divine masculines with a big opportunity for something. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video and I'm going to come back. Okay, so I just took a moment to have a look at what Sol Invictus really meant, and I saw that the Roman Empire, the Romans had a sun god, and it was basically a cult based on this energy of this sun god. And as I'm reading that, I was also seeing that the devil and the magician here, and the Tower card and the Five of Swords. Divine masculines are going through a huge upheaval in their life right now. I also wouldn't be surprised here with the magician and the devil. Very strong black magic is taking place as well for the divine masculines, where there is someone who is heavily manipulating them, and the divine is coming through to say, show your self-respect here. Show self-respect. Okay. Because remember how I spoke about, treat others how you wish to be treated. These are all ancient principles. There's nothing new about what Jesus was talking about, let's say. It was just revived. That's what I'm hearing. I also just saw 0011 on the timer there. Yeah, so it's the energy of revolutionizing what spirituality is, because there's also the energy of someone who is pretending. I don't know why I'm so focused on the Six of Pentacles. It's like someone is pretending to be a goody two-shoes or a do-gooder, but actually behind their scenes, they're just horrendous people. They're horrific. I also do see, very dark magic here, and manipulation tactics as well, manipulation here, and the divine seeing all of these things and causing tower moments for the divine masculine. These tower moments are really horrific, horrendous situations where you're either kicked out of your home for some reason or not. You can't pay your rent, and you don't know where you're going to live the next moment. You're kicked out of a relationship, a marriage. There could be something horrendous happening, just around you, or just something really shocking that shocks the system. This could also be your spinal cord as well here, divine masculines, where you could be getting like backaches, spinal problems as well. It's because you're not in your integrity. You're not true to yourself, right? You're not in your alignment here. And when you're in your alignment, it's because you are showing your self-respect, because you have to put your own mask on first before you put the other masks on others when you're in an airplane. Very silly analogy, but it's very true, and it's very deep. And I feel like a lot of divine masculines have been giving to others before themselves here, and through the divine feminine's teaching, just energetically, that has been a trigger for the divine masculines to shape up or shape off. That's what I'm hearing. Shape up or shake off, so that's what I'm seeing. So the divine masculines again are going through all of these emotional earthquake situations, because the divine is stepping in order to say, look, forget about your divine feminine right now. How are you paying attention to yourself? Look at what's happening around you. Are you being in your integrity? Are you actually being a good person here on this planet? We're coming up to Christmas for those of you who are Christians, or who follow the Christian tradition of, Christmas trees are essentially a pagan thing for the winter festival, but you know what I mean? It's just the energy of, or even Santa Claus, like, are you naughty or are you nice? And so I feel that in order to get your gift, divine masculines, in order to get your gift, your Ace of Pentacles, which is your divine feminine, you have to be checking in with yourself. Are you showing self-respect, or have you been actually pretty devilish, or even Are you still entertaining toxic people or toxic situations? And I would say, if you're really honest with yourselves, divine masculines, I would say that you have been dishonest, okay? So divine masculines, I'm also seeing that there is a pregnancy here for some of you who are with a person who is very toxic, that has you by the chokehold, I'm hearing, or has chained you some way through bondage, one way or another. This could also be a contract. I also see a pregnancy with this person. So that's going to also be a tower moment. I'm also seeing, I have to say, I'm sorry, but I am also seeing abortions as well. I'm also seeing cheating here with the Five of Swords too, adulterous behavior as well. If this is you, or if this is someone that you're with at this current given place and time, who you're entertaining, okay, who you ran back to for sexual fun, in your past, this is someone who's in the present moment is saying, look, by the way, I'm pregnant, and you therefore have to be chained to them financially for the rest of your life here, because you have to provide for that child, okay? That's the honorable thing to do. Doesn't mean that you have to be married to that person who is incredibly toxic, okay? But yeah, I am seeing scandal here. I'm seeing a lot of drama. And I also see someone pretending as well to be pregnant when they're not as well. They're lying. What else? With the Five of Swords, I feel like someone was very selfish here in this connection, or someone has been selfish to you, again with the Six of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. They've been selfish because they've been trying to get their own, I'm hearing their end in, but also trying to get what they want from you. There could also be some jealousy energy here. The Devil does talk about very high sex drive as well, but also can also talk about being a workaholic as well. Very strong Capricorn here as well. Double Scorpio here, Capricorn, double Taurus as well that we saw, and as well as Aries in particular. But I do see that divine masculines are also working very hard as well financially in order to get, I'm hearing she works hard for the money. So I don't know why I'm saying this, but I'm seeing there could be one of you who may be with someone around you who actually could be selling their bodies in some capacity or not, in order to pay for something or for someone else. Yeah, this could also be childcare too. Okay, but anyway, I don't really have a massive judgment on that, to be honest. 29 could be significant, could be your age as well. We have 29 here. Wow. 9 and 2 adds up to 11 as well. And, we had 11 on the timer when I was talking about Jesus being someone who was saying things that were not new news, So I do feel like the Ascended Masters are very close to the Divine Masculines at this time. They're trying to wake them up and shake them up into coming out of very toxic situations and patterns. The Devil is very strong here in the middle of this reading. But anyway, in the near future, I also see that the Divine Masculine is still reluctant to cut away from childish things. And I do feel like there are some, not all Divine Masculines, obviously, but please just use your intelligence. Don't take every single thing that I'm saying. Just follow what I'm saying in terms of whatever resonates with you, and if it doesn't, fine. But I also am someone that predicts 3 months into the future as well, okay? I also just heard 6 months as well, okay, for some of you. But this won't all resonate with you. This will not all be part of your story, Divine Masculines or Divine Feminines. If you're dealing with someone who is your divine counterpart that who you know. Or this could also be Divine Feminines. This could be a Divine Masculine who is cleaning up all this energy, who you don't know, who's coming in. So this could be a new person coming in for you, Divine Feminines. That's just a side note that's coming through for you through this reading. So I am also seeing I don't know if I should say that. I don't know. No, I won't. Okay, so divine masculines, I see in the near future that you are resisting, or you will be resisting, to change certain toxic patterns. And I do see that there is an entertainment of 3 people as well. I see multiple people. I do see lots of drinks. I'm hearing a pub or a bar, and I'm also seeing drinks being spiked as well. So pay attention to that. I just saw 4 on the timer. So that is significant. I see that there is someone in your midst, divine masculines, who is not of your highest interest. That just goes without saying. I see that there's someone who promises the world here with the 10 of Cups, happiness, happy family. Come with me, we'll be together. We'll have an amazing life together. We'll move to a new location. We'll live with each other. We'll have pets. We'll have children. We'll get married. All of these, as I said before at the very beginning, heaven was paved with hell was paved with bad intentions. Hell was paved with good intentions. Hell was paved with good intentions. And I just saw 444 on the timer as well. So the archangels are coming in very, very strong. The higher heavenly archangels are coming in very strong. Remember that the archangels had also fallen. Some of them had fallen to the underworld as well. So I feel like some divine masculines may be falling for an individual who is of a very, very low vibration. And I do see black magic here. I see false relationships, false connections. I see I can't even look at this card because it's just too much. It's too painful to look at. But I feel that the divine masculines are around someone, or who's with someone, or who has been with someone, or in the near future could be with someone who is trying to offer them the world. I'm also hearing, let me show you the world, with the, I don't know why Elia is coming through as well, but anyway, let me show you the world with Aladdin. So it's like someone is like, let me take you on my magic carpet. Let me show you, I'm such a magical person. I'm so magical. I'm really into spirituality, blah, blah, blah. But they're actually not. Let me show you this world of opportunity. Let me tempt you into, showing, again, I'm seeing the devil and Jesus as well on the mount as well. And the devil says, I can give you all of this if you give me your soul, kind of thing, So divine masculines, you got to pay attention, because for those of you who are working in the creative industry, this is something that is actually offered, in terms of, you do this for me if you give me this, essentially your soul. So you don't ever want to give your soul to anyone, ever. Like, your soul is yours. Your soul, but actually your soul really belongs to the eternal creator, okay? But your soul is your gift, and that's what makes you you. That's what makes you completely unique. And that's the very thing that hurts God, when you give your power away in such a way that you're giving your whole blueprint of who you are. You're giving your true light to something so toxic. Hell ensues, literally. Lightning, bolts of lightning, earthquake situations. In Italian, this is La Casa di Dio, which is the house of God. The tower is the house of God. So it's the worst insult to your creator, the person, the higher being that made you, the heavenly highest true being that made you, that is feminine and masculine, not incarnate, but feminine and masculine in energy, that can create and destroy. And so the divine masculines, pay attention, because everything that you're doing is being seen. Everything that you are entertaining, or whoever you are entertaining, is being seen. There's nothing that can escape your creator. Call your creator spirit, God, Almighty, the one, truth, Allah, whatever you want to call your creator. That is it. And I honestly feel that the creator has had enough. Has really had enough, because your soul, show your self-respect. Your soul is here. You made a contract with your God. You made a contract with spirit to come into this world in order to do good in this world. And there seems to be something that you're entertaining that is very low vibrational, okay? And I feel like your creator is, lack of a better word, annoyed, and very annoyed with you right now. It's like the wrath of God energy. That's what I'm seeing. And I also see that the truth always excels. The truth always comes out. And I see that there are big truths coming out for you in the government here with the Hierophant, or people that you work with, or even people with whom you are sleeping with possibly, or you have a bondage with. You know, I don't mean like, oh, that's really sexy, you know, bondage. No, I mean like actual, I'm hearing catenaccio, and I'm hearing, so catenaccio is a chain in Italian. So someone who's literally chained and bolted and, you know, put in a situation, you know, against their will. But with here, if you can see, or if you know this card, I don't really want to show you it because it's the Devil card, but these people can actually loop themselves out of these chains through their neck. So they do actually have the choice. So Divine Masculines, you have the choice to come out of these chains, you know, whatever it can be. Use your imagination, but also look around you and pay attention and wake up. Okay, so moving forward, as I said before, I just feel like there's all this energy that keeps coming through from the middle. And here we have the show self-respect. So the Divine is saying, show your self-respect. Remember who you are. Remember why you came into this world. Remember what your truth is. Remember what's within you, what's beneath all of the ego. Remember who you are, is what the Divine is saying. Remember. And death comes to everyone. Doesn't matter who you are, how much money you have, which social ranking you're in, how famous or not famous you are, what clothes you're wearing, which place in the world you live, how many houses you have, what kind of shoes you wear. You know, if you don't have any shoes, I mean, death comes to all. There seems to be like, I'm hearing ethnic cleansing as well, which is quite interesting. But in the recent past, I feel like there's something that has had to close out and had to be cleansed. And I honestly, I have to say this to my masculines. I honestly believe, and I'm seeing 1-1 in the timer there. I saw 1-1-17. Apologies, 1-1-17 on the timer. 17 being the star card, which is healing. But I also believe that Divine Feminine is rising up into her truth, really, really into her truth here. And there are people who I know, who I read for on a private. I'm not doing private sessions at the moment, but I know privately. Divine Masculines and Divine Feminines who are really to being public figures, okay? But I also see the Divine Feminine has had to end this connection unequivocally, I'm hearing, because she doesn't want anything to chain her and to hold her back. So anyway, I see here with the Divine Masculines in the near future, I see that there is potential for happiness and joy, but there is a very strong need to shed these people. This does talk about a complete culling. I don't know why I'm hearing that. Why a cull? A culling. A culling of relationships, a complete ending, a culling of bad people, bad situations, low vibrational energies, and also toxic behaviors and patterns too. Divine Masculines are really needing to cut that out. Divine Masculines, I see there's an indecision here. Should I continue on this path, or should I move forward? If I move forward, I see that, you know, I'm seeing the Divine Feminine has cut me off here energetically. The Queen of Swords is someone who has been, this is the scorned woman. Okay, Queen of Swords is someone who has been hurt, and no one wants to deal with the not even the wrath of a woman either, to be honest, because that's not a pretty sight to behold. But this is also part of nature, and this this is still pure. You know, there is such a thing as divine anger. I would say that there is such a thing as anger that is necessary at times, and it is positive. Remember, we all have the elements within us too: fire, earth, water, and air. So anger is fire. So moving forward, I see that divine masculines are still going to be entertaining, drinking, going out as well, in particular. But for some of you, I see that there could be a trigger with your divine masculine who you might be married to, who could be getting into over drinking here, or maybe giving money to an ex, even though you are in a relationship and possibly even married to your divine masculine. And I feel like this truth is going to come out. And remember, the truth always comes out, especially here with the Tower card. It's like an eruption, like a volcanic eruption. Okay, so divine masculines, I see that there could be a friend of yours as well who you might know could be cheating on someone, or there's the energy of jealousy here. But anyway, moving forward even further into the future, the long-term future, I'm seeing that someone is going to be kicked out here with the Wheel of Fortune. The devil is going to be kicked out eventually, because this is something that has to naturally evolve and change. Major significant cards here with the Hierophant, the Empress, the Magician, the Death, the Tower, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune here. It's like an inevitable change. And I do see that the truth is going to come out, that someone has been trying to get your money here, divine masculines. There is something that's playing out right now in popular culture, where there had been a karmic situation that was very public. And I will say who these people are. Johnny Depp and whatever her name is, Amanda, I think her name is. She is a karmic, low vibrational, false twin flame situation. Okay, that is what I'm talking about here. When I talk about karmic people, toxic people, toxic relationships, that's what I'm talking about. It's someone who tries to defame your character, or pretends that they're pregnant when they're not, for example, or tries to get your money, and they make you into the bad person. So if you divine masculines have been going through that, I'm sorry that you were essentially catfished. But come on, it's not like you haven't been getting signs about this. Sometimes you have to pay attention, awaken that not all pretty things are pure, sweet, and simple and lovely. As I said before, the devil wears many disguises, many guises, and some of them can turn up in very pretty clothing and beautiful bodies. Okay, so that's another thing that's coming through. I can't remember her name now. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, that's it, Amber Heard. So even her name, Amber, is a crystal, you know, it's something that is pure and healing. And remember how, as I said before, it's like narcissistic tendencies, not narcissistic behaviors. You know, I'm not a clinician, but this is someone who is quite evidently someone who is a narcissist, whether it's tendencies or behaviors. Even with her name, it's like a pretense, you know, for light work energy, when it's not. It's dark work that had taken place, and it has come out it has come out, just generally speaking. And there could be other people involved here who are trying to close you in something, divine masculines. I feel like you're also having to pay people off for something. I don't know why I'm getting that energy. But anyway, in the long-term future, I do see that these people are going to be moved out. I do see that there's going to be sleepless nights, divine masculines. It's very up and down energy, all of this. It's very like waves up and down. It's like working hard and complete ending, transformative energies here. Very Plutonic energy here, volcanic energy here, Saturnian energy here, hard lessons. You know, and then we have cheating, lying, scandal as well. And then we have, you know, a possibility of getting a promotion here, and then someone takes it away from you. It's like you get your happiness taken away from you. Divine masculines, this could also be work, but also could be your divine feminine, where you may actually believe that they are with someone else. So don't let, you know, my sunshine, my only sunshine. don't take my sunshine away, divine masculines, that's what we're saying. But I also see in the long-term future, I'm also seeing 10 of Cups, but then met with the 9 of Swords right next to it with the 6 of Cups. I mean, this spread is all over the place. It's very choppy waters and very up and down. I also see that you're going to be, I feel like you're going to still be in your head. I feel like there's going to be lots of thoughts and talking. I don't see very much action here. I mainly see divine intervention coming through. I'm seeing you're doing things underhand, or people are doing things underhand. I'm seeing manipulative tactics here. I'm seeing friends in high places that have ill intentions. I'm seeing people who are trying to corroborate for your demise here, divine masculines. I'm seeing that there are false friends here. These could also be family members who pretend to be all happiness and joy when they're actually devil in disguise, and they're cheating and lying in front of your face, effectively, divine masculines. I'm sorry to say this, but I am just seeing how the cards are. I don't want to be giving you this message. I'm just seeing the cards, so please do not shoot the messenger here. I'm also seeing a shift in your finances here. I do actually feel like you're going to get a big payout. I do see that there could be a big fortune coming your way, but I see that mentally, I feel like there's a real need to pay attention to your mental state, divine masculines, for which I have massive compassion for you, because this is not easy energy to be riding. And I see that you are going to be mentally exhausted and hurt, because there is a female here who you may have been in a connection with or even married to, who has blocked you off, and who speaks the truth in a very candid and clear way, in a very cutting way. Remember, we spoke about cutting. Remember how we spoke about kaput. Remember how we spoke about, endings and the death energy as well. So someone has blocked you here, and I feel like this is someone who, I'm hearing Zmarito. So Zmarito. I'm also seeing someone that could be sort of like zmarring your character. Is that right? So smarrito in Italian means lost. So I feel like you might feel like you have lost your divine feminine here, okay? And I see that in the long term, you also really want to hold on to her, your divine feminine here with the 4 of Pentacles. But she's turned her back away, and you're really wanting to change this connection, but you feel like all is lost. But I'm hearing that all is not lost. You have to correct yourself with God first before you can be there for others at this point. I really feel like you have to make peace with yourself and your soul at this moment. And you need to show self-respect. That's what I'm seeing here. That's just what I see. I do see that there's someone that you're wanting to hold on to from your past here with the 6 of Cups. I see this as someone who you felt, someone that you felt a recognition, a soul recognition, but I also do see that you're wanting to rush in order to say your truth, but maybe in that case, there's just kind of like lost words, things that have been missing. That's what I'm seeing. But I feel like in the long term, I feel like divine masculines, you are really wanting to win your divine feminine over here with the 6 of Wands. I feel like in your career, actually, I do feel like you're doing very well. I feel like you're very dedicated to your career. I feel like the main focus right now is for you to really look after your I just saw 22-22, major balance here. I feel like it's really important for you to balance your make peace with yourself and your soul first and foremost. That's the most important thing right now, to cleanse that, to purge that in however way that comes up for you, and also people around you who are holding you back from your divine purpose. But I do see your career is really thriving. I do see your finances are going to be thriving as well. But I think emotionally and mentally, you're sort of all over the place. And so if you don't pay attention to that, that can really sabotage your fortunes and your success in your career. Divine masculines, I'm also seeing that someone in your future, someone from your past in your future could be returning in order to speak your truth. But I actually feel like this is you, divine masculines, who are wanting to rush in with words in a very, very hastily fashion. this can also be someone who can say things in a very abrupt and brash way. So divine masculines, be careful and pay attention to what you're saying, okay? So let's now have a look at the I'm going to move these out of the way. This is very heavy energy, so let's move these all out of the way. Let's have a look at the Sibillina. Sibillina. Vera Sibilla. I didn't see much emotional intelligence there, but I do see the Six of Cups is really wanting to come through again. Look, and there's that ending again. There's been that Ten of Swords. There's the ending. You know that there's been an ending with a connection that was of a soul level, and you know that it has ended here, and this is something that you're really truly wanting to manifest, and you're wanting to give back to this connection here with the Six of Pentacles. I see that. I just feel, I keep hearing all is not lost, but I feel like you think that that is the case. Ouch. Let's have a look at the Vera Sibilla. Yeah, look, the widower, death, you know that there has been an ending and a connection. You could have also experienced death around you in your surroundings. We have money. Denari, as I said before, big time finances are coming through for you. So if your relationships are not working out, your finances and your career is, I would say. But, how you do one thing is how you do everything, remember. And then we have, disperazione. Remember how I spoke about your mental state. So my masculines, you really got to look after yourself, your mental clarity, but also your mental state. Mental health is important. Did I see one flip? No. Let's get a couple more. Yeah. And there you go, joyfulness. I feel like there are people around you that you're surrounding yourself with who you could be entertaining, or who could be trying to entertain you. Allegrezza, who are just wanting to have some fun. I do see lots of drinks and alcohol, but I don't feel this is profound connections. I don't feel like these are profound divine connections. I actually feel like these are superficial, pretentious, alcoholic, drug-induced connections. And then we have thief at the bottom here, which is no surprise. So we have a ladro. So remember I spoke about deception energy. We have Constanza. So remember, divine masculines, how I spoke about your divine feminine, who is someone who has high principles. This is the divine connection. She's also someone who is able to attract great fortune in her life as well, prosperity. But someone who has high principles, someone who's very traditional as well. Taurus energy, the Empress. And then we have waiting. So you're hoping, divine masculines, that your divine feminine is in attesa, is waiting. Divine feminines, this could be your energy. This is your energy where you have blocked your divine masculine with the Queen of Swords, but you're still waiting for him to come back with the Six of Pentacles that we had in this section of the reading earlier. In order to come in with truth. That was the Knight of Swords, for the near future. So the cards are coming out, speaking their truth as I was reading them earlier. And we have Superbia. So divine masculines, what this is telling me is that you have been in your ego this whole time. And you've just wanted to have some fun. But sometimes that fun comes with misfortune. Look how the cards are coming out. Yeah, with Fortuna, and that's a Tower card. And you're wanting a reunion and maybe also some healing. This could also be sexual healing too that is needed. Yeah, and then we have Falsidad, and then Lover, and then Foe. Look at that. Look. Foe, Nemica, Foe, Sweetheart. So this is the divine feminine and Nozze. So divine masculines, I told you that you felt a connection, a divine connection with your divine feminine at the very beginning. You felt like you were married to them, although you don't want to admit it to yourself. I can see it here. I'm reading the cards as they're coming, and that's what I'm seeing. You felt a kindred energy. You felt like you already knew this person. You felt like you were connected with them. You didn't want anyone to be with them, and you felt like you were already married. Essentially, you were married in spirit. But an enemy came through. This is your sweetheart, but an enemy came through. This could be in any energy. An enemy came through, in order to be your lover, divine masculines, and you ended up entertaining. Look at these cards that are coming out. You ended up entertaining this enemy, and she was false. Okay, and you're now in deep thought about this and regret. That's the Nine of Swords energy. So deep thoughts, pensieri, deep thoughts, regrets, concerns in the near future. The Nine of Swords, sleepless nights. You're wanting that reunion with the Six of Cups that came through on this end with the near future, riunione, with your sweetheart. Okay, your sweetheart is waiting for a message, a letter even, and you're wanting to heal the connection. There you go. And the divine has stepped in, or will be stepping in the near future for you, divine masculine, to say, look, wake up, cool, because this is not cool. Essentially, you're in your ego. All right. Now let's have a look. Heavy energy. Show self-respect. I just feel like the divine is just saying, how are you showing up in the world? Like, these are deep questions that the divine is asking you, for you to ask yourself and be in silence, because I feel like you haven't, divine masculines, for those of you who resonate with this, have not been in a place of silence and reflection for quite some time. I feel like it's necessary. I feel like you did. Here we have the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Wands coming through, and the Page of Cups. I feel like you did during the first part of the lockdowns and the pandemic, but I feel now out and about, going out, distractions. Here we have an apology wanting to come through, and you're heavily burdened because of this apology that you're wanting to give, but you're wondering whether it's too little or too late, and you're wanting a new love here, a new beginning in love. But the Ace of Cups also talks about true love and loving yourself first. Okay, let's have a look at the major arcana. Sorry, I need to just shuffle this energy out. You know, showing self-respect also talks about being assertive. Remember, I always speak about that on my channel. Working on yourself and your own healing, looking after yourself, is not selfish. It's actually someone who respects themselves. Okay, let's have a look at the major arcana, and let's also have a look at the Crow Tarot. We have not used the Crow Tarot in a long time. Okay, right. As I said, 29 could be significant. This could be your age, date of birth, door number, number on your phone, or someone else's phone. Okay, apologies for the sound, but it is what it is, my friends. It is what it is. Crow Tarot. I have not used you in a while, Crow Tarot. Usually use you before the Divine Masculine readings. But yeah, mainly doing a check-in on Divine Love, but in terms of your finances and things, let's just see if there's anything that wants to come up about that. One more. Yeah, look. 9 of Swords again, and the 9 of Pentacles. Single. Someone is single, someone is very independent, and someone is also losing sleep, or will be. Okay. Queen of Swords, that's your divine feminine. Okay, she's blocked you out. She's wanted the truth. She's spoken her truth. And she's waiting for your truth to come through. Judgment, yeah. You're kind of going through a physical judgment right now with God. divine masculines, I would say, or this is coming up for you. And you may have felt heavily judged by your divine feminine, but really the ultimate person, the ultimate judge is spirit with the judgment card. And then we have the 7 of Cups here. Confusion, unsure, you've got so many options here. Fantasies as well, divine masculines. Queen of Pentacles, someone who's reliable. There it is, 3 of Swords, heartbreak. Right in the middle. You're being judged for hurting someone. Divine masculines, I can see it here. I'm sorry, I'm not making up. And we have the Star, healing. Healing energy. Remember I spoke about 11 and 17. Bottom of the deck, we have 4 of Wands, which is the marriage card. Can't make it up. Also celebrations, also divine unions in terms of twin flame, twin soul, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. This is the divine union card, 4 of Wands. Deception energy with the 5 of Swords. And the Sun, again, bottom of the deck. Yeah. So yeah, there were happy times in the past, but I feel like you had deceptive energies about maybe giving false hope to your divine feminine here. That's what I see here. Okay. But yeah, I see here with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, there are 2 individuals here. This could also be one person who you thought you saw as very stable and financially stable, well equipped to look after themselves and had shown self-respect. That is the Queen of Pentacles energy. The Queen of Swords is also someone who can be quite cutting, and tells you where to go, essentially. This could be 2 separate individuals, or this could be one individual as the divine feminine energy. And then we have, they're telling me to shuffle and clarify that. And in the middle, we have the Judgment cards and the 3 of Swords. So a desire to reawaken and heal, resuscitate a connection and heal a connection. Someone has flown off. There's a bird that's flown off here. They've moved away from heartache. And someone is currently in that heartache state. I feel like this is you, divine masculine. The divine feminine has moved away in order to heal from this heartache, from this separation. We did have the Hermit winking at us earlier. The Sun, yeah. This is your divine feminine energy, or this is you, divine masculine, as the Sun, but this is the energy for both of you in your past. Happiness, joy. The Sun, Sol. Your soul, soulmate energy. Yeah, so this is your heart. This is your divine feminine. She told you where to go. She focused on her work here and looking after herself, her self-respect. And divine masculines, you're now being urged and asked to do the same in this current position here with the Judgment card. Again, not very much. So this is all about love today. It's not about work or finances here. Yeah, currently the 9 of Wands here. I feel with the 9 of Wands, you're I don't know. I feel like you're almost completing a goal, or you're almost trying. It's almost like you're trying to create a fortress for yourself, to protect yourself from the truth here, because the truth is the Sun, and we do have a Sun trying to peep out here. But usually the 9 of Wands is you're almost at the end to complete a project or a goal, and you're almost to the point of exhaustion here. But I feel it's a difficult lesson that you're going through right now in order to face this healing that needs to take place in your heart space. And you're needing to face this because Spirit is urging you to reawaken something within you and heal it. Let's have a look at this glyph. I can't remember. I think it's Pluto with the Judgment. Let's have a look. Bit of a long reading, bit of an intense reading, as you can see, but I hope it's helpful and I hope it's helping you. Yeah, Plutonic energy. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. Yeah, this is the energy of rising of the phoenix. I'd just like to read this. You can create something wonderful now. So that's in the now position. If you can create something wonderful now, for the most intense and powerful energy in you is activated, which releases the power of the Kundalini, the secret and magical power of your unconscious mind. You may be in a period of immense change and transformation, but sacred creative forces seek to awaken you into higher consciousness and enlightenment. Show self-respect. You should make the most of all the possibilities at this time. The only limit to what you can achieve will be your own imagination and confidence. So reach for the stars. And then we have the stars here in the future. So yeah, it's up to you and your confidence. And in your near future, we have Three of Cups. So again, remember these cards have come up in another deck. So we have a need to expose your heart and to lower your head, humble yourself, reduce your ego. I said eagle, interesting. Reduce your ego, see things from a higher perspective here with the eagle that I mentioned. And ask for true friendships in your life here with the Three of Cups, because I see here with these cups, there are people here who are just draining your energy here, emotionally speaking. And in the near future here with the Seven of Cups, I feel like you do have lots of options. There's lots of options for you that could talk about your emotions, but also can talk about your gifts, emotional, spiritual gifts, creative gifts. And there is a need to reach for the stars. Remember, I spoke about public eye. Divine feminine is now in that energy. Divine masculine, there is something here for you that can be healing in your near future, but also something where you can actually get what you have been working so hard for, or you are working so hard for at this current state in time. Love, career, finances, or otherwise. I do see that you are going to get your wish come true. Something that's at a distance from you. Very strong Aquarius here in this reading, and Leo as well in this specific spread. And then we have the death. So there's a need to transform, and we did speak about the judgment and Plutonic energy, about transformation. Okay. I feel like there has been an energy of attachment. There are regrets here with the Five of Cups, missed opportunities. Yeah, and the Knight of Swords again is coming through as fast forward communication here towards your Queen of Wands, which is your Divine Feminine. Yeah, I do see that. I see it. Okay, let's move these out of the way. I just see that the Divine Masculines, you've been entertaining friends who have been trying to get in on your success as well. All right. Okay. Let's see the Island Time wellness cards, and then we'll try and close out these readings. This reading. With the Major Arcana. Okay. I think I shuffled these, but anyway. One more. All right. Create a sacred space as well. That's what I'm hearing. Like an altar, Divine Masculines, or something sacred. Don't create an altar if you're Divine Feminine. That's just black magic. Don't do that. Okay, it's just creepy. It's just creepy. But honor your ancestors, I'm hearing. Okay. All right. Divine Masculine energy. Any other messages that we need for the Divine Masculines, please, for their guidance, help, assistance, support. Healing heart, Three of Swords, as I said before. Healing heart. And this says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationship or addiction. Everything I've said is being clarified here. So yeah, Divine Masculines, you are freeing yourself, or you will be freeing yourself from a toxic relationship and or addiction. I've been saying this throughout the whole reading. Again, I'm not making it up. We have wedding rings. I spoke about weddings, marriage as well. That has been coming up a lot. Four of Wands, the Hierophant had come up as well. Union, wedding, married, soul connection, eternal love, everlasting promise. I spoke about this. I said divine union. I spoke about the soul connection. The sun card has been coming up. We have Sol Invictus as well. So wedding, married, so you felt a connection, you felt like you were married to your divine feminine in your past. Healthy choices, yeah, making healthy choices, divine masculines, making healthy choices in love and in life, yeah. So that's what you need to come towards at this present moment, as I said before, the judgment card, and also the energy of correcting yourself and facing your mirror and being one with yourself and being at peace with yourself and your soul at this given point in time. That's what it's saying here. So making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. I said exactly that in terms of your mental state as well. Bottom of the deck, we have paradise. That's the 10 of Cups energy that came through. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So that's something that you're wanting. You're wanting to enjoy. I can't make this up. Look at this. The phoenix. I spoke about the phoenix rising. Wow, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So divine masculines, you're changing your mind, you're wanting to come back in with a connection with your divine feminine. You're currently going through a major transformative time in your life. First and foremost, correct yourself with yourself first. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Essentially, that's the message. And you are wanting to rekindle and rejuvenate. That was the judgment card that came through in a connection, and the 6 of Cups as well. Yeah, and look, Grim Reaper, and then we have the Grim Reaper underneath that. So the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So all of these messages are coming through over and over again, you know, transform, growth, change, the Kundalini rising as well, massive transformations and endings. And then, of course, with the Grim Reaper, as I said before, that was a death card earlier. The relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. So remember, I spoke about this ending that you feel with your divine feminine. Some of you have actually ended this connection and it hasn't come into divine union in the physical. And, you know, divine feminine said there are no second chances, or gave the impression of their energy, and you're wanting a second chance. But first and foremost, you have to be correct with yourself and your soul. And then, of course, no surprise here, we have seduction. So attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. And I spoke about third-party interference, where someone had come in order to tempt you and persuade you into another connection, another situationship, or even a relationship. And they were very tempting. And I did speak about that. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak. We also have twin flames here as well in this, at the bottom of the deck. Complement each other, complement each other, duality, and there's the stability, that is the Constanza card. Growth, endurance, that's the divine feminine, being stable but also secure and also flexible as well. Growth, that's the Queen of Pentacles energy. And then, you know, there was a seduction from another third-party interference. Let's close this reading. Major Arcana, let's get one card from the Major Arcana, please, Spirit, thank you. One card, please. There's 2. The Magician, yeah, that's the main energy here. So that's the Magician, okay. And then we have the Fool. Yeah, divine masculine, some of you really have been a bit of a fool, to be honest. I have to say it. Sorry, mates. I love you, but, you know, these are hard lessons that have to be made and learnt. But I also do see that you are trying to manifest something positive away from negative energy. So you're wanting to manifest something positive, and you're using all the tools that you can in order to do that. And a lot of you, it's all about a new beginning here. I do see that you find your divine feminine highly attractive. That's what I have for you. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye for now.